Welcome to the Live Full, Work Fun podcast. This is the show to encourage you to live your life to the fullest and do fun work that fuels your lifestyle. Hi, I'm your host, Gayla Scrivener. Every week, you'll be introduced to amazing guests, useful resources, and inspirational stories. You'll discover opportunities and perspectives to shape your version of living full and working fun. Hi there and welcome. This is the show where we explore topics that help you create your lifestyle to live full and work fun. I'm Gayla Scrivener, joined by my co-host, Miss Fran Groesbeck. Hey, Fran.
Hey, Gayla.
I am so excited to have you with us today because this is our Season 8 closer episode. Can you believe it? We have done 45 episodes for Season 8. And I think it's been an incredible journey. What about you?
Oh, when you first asked me, I was excited because it's you. I really had no idea how amazing it would be to do this journey together. And every time we talked, I left with new ideas and renewed energy. And I'm just so grateful for you inviting me to do this and being a part of this.
This episode marks 284 episodes of this podcast, of my podcast. And that means, goodness, it has evolved over the years. When I first started it, well, we've had 3 different names for this podcast. And last year, I decided, I'm going to chunk those episodes and those past episodes down into seasons. And so that meant roughly every year. So we're closing out Season 8. That means that I've been doing this for 8 years. And honestly, it got to be where it wasn't as much fun anymore. But I still wanted to do the show, and I wanted to get into it's a self-serving prophecy. I want to serve our listeners and give ideas and be able to help everyone to live their life to the fullest and create work that's fun, that feeds the lifestyle, that makes it full, makes your life full. And asking you to be my co-host has certainly made it much more fun. We feed off each other, and I love that. You inspire me, and I think that being able to do this show together has certainly infused a heck of a lot more fun into what I do. So thank you.
Oh, I feel the same way, Gayla. And we came together because of a client. That's how we met each other. And I shared this, especially to women, but I'm sure it applies to the men out there too. When we met, we have similar businesses, right? So you'd think we would have butted heads, or we just instantly clicked. And the other thing is, you became for me in such a positive way. And literally just happened now before we hit record. You became this mirror for me to help me really look at myself and what I was doing. You have an amazing, beautiful talent to tell me the truth in a both gentle and honest manner that I kind of go, Gayla's right, crap. And I think of our series Trust Builder, which is but it was like this instant trust. Maybe it's because we're both Aquarians. I don't know. But for our listeners, we're born a day and a year apart. So we had this instant bond. But since we met, it just keeps getting better and more fun. And we've faced some hard challenges together with some of these clients, and challenges we've navigated in our business, and things we've faced personally that we just support each other through. And some days we go, listen, we're a little fragile, and we still show up. And knowing you're there and knowing you're on the other side of the mic when we do these podcasts, it just made everything better. It's just this journey together. I can't believe we're doing this, the season closer. Remember when we started? It's just been each recording, each time it's kind of like one of those moments when you look back on something and you can see, wow, I can see what we built. I can see what we did. It's really cool.
what we had discussed, we're going to have a pause right now, and we're gearing up for season 9, and we're going to come back, you and I, for season 9. Gosh, this episode comes out September 11th, and we're taking a hiatus of publishing new shows for the rest of September and into October, and maybe mid to late November, maybe the 1st of December. You and I haven't discussed that yet, but
Yes.
we're coming back for season
Mhm.
9. So we want everyone to stay tuned, subscribe to the show, and we'll have. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get some tidbits from that. Which, by the way, you can just go to gaylascrivener.com and be able to subscribe. But through this, what makes a full life for you?
That's a great question, Gayla. It's for me, it's about balance. And I know you hear that a lot, life work balance. It's not a daily thing. I mean, it doesn't just happen, right? A full life for me is very much rooted in my girls who are my sunshine. And so I want to make sure that not only it's not just what I'm doing for them as a mom, but it's also how I'm living and leading my life to show them I want to be an example. I want to be a role model, not a martyr. I love
Right?
somebody gave that to me once as a mother, and I'm like, I love that. The balance part is about remembering to have joy. So I love to rollerblade. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that on our podcast before, but I do. And if you see me rollerblade, I will be singing and dancing. And I don't care how foolish I look because it's one of my favorite things to do. I want to enjoy my work. And I understand that some days my girls or my family take precedence. Some days my work takes precedence. Some days I need to stop and take a little joy. That balance isn't like on your calendar. Okay, so you do 4 hours of personal and you do 4 hours of work and 2 hours of this. It's about flow, right? So I have this program, Adapt and Flow. I believe in flow. It's flow and full go together to have a full life. Flow is part of it. And it's not trying to control what's happening in your life. It's just being there and accepting it. And a full life is having both people, places, and things that bring value to my life. So making sure that what I surround myself with enhances my life. I used to joke with my girls that when you find someone you want to be friends with, or you look at something, your club you want to join, and this is going to be a girl reference, but think of it as the perfect pocketbook to accent your outfit. Without the pocketbook, your life's still complete. You still look good. You still look great. But that pocketbook enhances the outfit. And that's what the people, places, and things, and maybe that's too materialistic as an analogy, but it should bring value. And that's what I think for me. There's no one thing. It's about this idea of daily flow and balance, not trying to control it, and making sure that I have this filter on that everything that I do or encounter or bring into my life brings value, and trusting the final part is trusting my inner knowing when it's not bringing value. And I just kind of approach each day and go, I have the ability to be in the flow and have that full life that I want.
I love that. Somebody for recently that I had met and was kind of explaining my lifestyle a little bit, our nomadic lifestyle that my husband Robert and I do in our ambulance. He said, "Man, you're living the dream." And I kind of was taken aback a little bit. It's like, well, I am living my dream. It may not be your dream, but I am living my dream. And I think that that is what a full life means, is that we are taking step by step and really living our dream. And the challenges of living tiny in a traveling mobile office and living space, and traveling the world and kind of having the challenges with that, that's not everybody's dream. But I woke up this morning, and it was still dark. It's full moon, beautiful, and it was so bright outside. And I just went outside and I was like, I cannot believe where I'm at. And it's great. And then I come in, turn on Starlink and get ready for the office. And I'm living my dream. Does not mean that there aren't challenges there, with work, but with work, with life, there's always going to be challenges. But working through those challenges to continue to have that gratitude each and every day to say, I can't believe how far I've come and where I'm at. And I had observed in my entrepreneurial journey, especially early on, that it seemed like it was such a grind. It was like I'm working 24/7 and I'm worried about everything because when you're starting out, you do. But I have discovered that a lot of business owners become business owners to find freedom, the freedom that they want, whether it's financial freedom, schedule freedom, whatever that is, they want this elusive freedom. But then they find themselves trapped in this grind of working 24/7. And I belong to a networking group, and I'm just hearing, that it's always this negative stuff of this grind and I got to do this and I'm working all this and but I won't trade it for the world. It's like, why have that attitude of that worry and that feeling like you're on the hamster wheel and never always putting off the full life because you're trying to create this business that you think you're supposed to create.
So you just said something that is a huge thing for me, what I work through in the strategy and planning part of working with my clients. And this goes personal, professional. Stop trying to be and just be. All of them that you said, they're trying to be something. There's all these messages we get, whether it's from society or upbringing or how we were raised or whatever. There's so many things out there, and it goes for both men, women, by generation. There's all these messages. Stop. They're all wrong. The only messages you should be worried about are your own. And I love what you and Robert do, living your dream. But you don't live a dream with blinders on or with rose-colored glasses on. You understand there's challenges. Heck, you've shared with me some of the backup plans you have of, if this happens, this, like you go into it knowing these are the things that potentially could happen, be living nomadic, and we're going to be prepared for it. It's the same thing so find your dream, live, don't worry about what anybody else is doing. In fact, when we do strategy and planning, I don't look at competitors until after, because I don't want anyone to base what they do in their lives and in their businesses on what someone else is doing. Be who you are first, because that means you'll be genuine. And genuine, being authentic, being your authentic self, we hear this a lot in our world today, is the real root of connection because people feel that. They know when you're trying to be something else versus when you're just being. It's why we as customers or clients of the businesses we are clients of, when you have that feeling of, oh, this isn't right for me, it's because you feel there is something not authentic, not genuine about what you're dealing with. But that trying to be, just be, and stop worrying about this list of shoulds and what you should be, or just be.
I've never wanted to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda person. And so live life without regrets and make the decisions. And if you have a so-called failure, it's not a failure in my mind. It is a learning experience that it's like, you try something and you think, oh, this is going to be fantastic. This is going to make my work much more fun, or this is going to make my life much more full. And then you do it and you're like, I don't like that at all. That's okay. Or you feel like you invested the time, money, and effort, and it didn't work out. That's okay. You can adjust, adapt, and flow. And right. And
yeah, and I don't allow my team or my daughters to use the word failure. I say fall. We fall all the time. Like you said, greatest learning. Listen, learning how to skate, I didn't just get on the skates. And trust me, I had a lot of bruises falling. It's part of it, but you keep getting up and you try again. And those falls are some of the things that teach you the greatest lessons along the way?
And we're going to gear up for season 9. We're both going through some transitions, both personally and professionally. We've decided that for us professionally, it's time to align things with our own marketing, our own products. And we came to the realization it's like, it's time. We've been in business for a while, and it's time to reevaluate our business models. So that's really cool. And I'm really jazzed about that. And I started this year, and I've already made plans going into next year. But I started a once a month free lunch and learn. They're Accomplish More workshops, and it's for practical marketing tips or practical. It has to do with content marketing, and because that's what we do at Scrivener Solutions. And I consult in getting that message right and getting the plans, and we do very similar things. And this is, well, everything that I do. And I'm so glad that I started the free lunch and learns. And everything that I do, I want my clients to not have that heaviness on them all the time, that they're on this hamster wheel, that they don't have the freedom that they sought, but to have work more fun. And what are some ways? That's how you and I serve. We have a little bit different terms, but working with our clients, we want to make work joyful so that there is time for other things. The me time, that the things that you love to do, the relationships that you want to build. And having these free lunch and learns have been really great. And I like that. Whether you do something yourself, or you can make the decision. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that right now, or I'm going to get help with this right now, because every one of us are in the roles that we do, marketing wise. Every marketing plan is slightly different, and it all depends on where you're at in your business. And what you and I strive to do is to make growing your business not a drain, but a joy, and really fill your life, right?
One of the things that's beautiful about your lunch and learns is exactly something you just touched on. It's not just about learning something that you want to do. It's learning about something you've been thinking about doing, going, maybe that's not right for me right now. But now I know where to go to. And when I'm ready, and you'll decide, okay, is that a now, next, or future? But you, in this beautiful way, because I attended one recently, really say, this is what it is. This is how it works. And you as a business owner can go, okay, do I have the time and the resources to do this? Oh, you know what? Gayla made that a lot easier than I thought. I can do that. Okay, cool. Or wait, I didn't realize, holy cow, that takes a little more than I have. I have enough on my plate right now, but cool, I know what it is. And I'm going to just put a pin in it right now. And this is what having an accountability part, having that, the marketing partner is. There's so many things out there to know. That's our job to know. And now you have a way, all this stuff is coming at people. I have clients who'll send me links from Facebook and say, I saw this, I saw that. And you in these lunch and learns really give this way of all these things, AI, all these things that are coming at people. What does it mean for me? And do I want to do it? Do I need to do it? Do I have the resources to do it? And it's at your lunch hour. So grab your sandwich and learn away. But it really is a powerful tool, because that alone takes so much worry off a business owner. When you could say, I've been thinking about this, it's been on my mind, because when something weighs on your mind, that means it's taking up space from the things you need to do. So I really loved your lunch and learns. I think it's a really powerful tool. I highly recommend people sign up for them, because it helps you take a lot of that pressure off.
Well, thank you. Well, if anybody needs to know when the next lunch and learn is, it's at scrivenersolutions.com and /events. And right in the upper corner in the menu, you can see events, and it's all the upcoming events. And we decided that what we do know for next season is that we're going to create a theme because sometimes there's this stuff that's weighing on us, and we have some worries, and worries that how much things are going to cost, or how much I'm just too busy to get started, or whatever. So we're going to have a theme next season that we do know of. Don't let the start stop you. And we're going to have guests telling about their story of something that they waited, but then they took that step, and what was it like on the other side. And we're just going to chant the mantra of "Don't let the start stop you."
It's
And
one of my favorite sayings that you have ever said to me. When you said it, I remember writing it furiously in the middle of the podcast that you said it. It is the number one message to business owners, or to people thinking about starting a business, or people thinking about writing a book, or whatever it is that next step in your professional life you want to take. It's so true. No, don't let the start stop you. When I was starting my business, a friend said to me, take the leap and the net will appear. It's true. And it does. And sometimes it's in the form of a friend like you. But yeah, I'm excited for what topics, and we've already brainstormed on some topics. I can't wait to see the guests that come to talk about their journey with this. So it's very exciting. I'm super excited.
I appreciate everyone being on this journey with us. And remember to subscribe. And when we come back for season 9 in just a few weeks, it's only a few weeks, we're going to gear up for planning and implementing Live Full Work Fun for 2025. And I would love for everyone to stay tuned. So if you make sure that you follow us on all the socials so that you'll know, and subscribe to this show in your favorite player. And thanks for joining us on this journey. And until next time, remember, live full, work fun. This episode has been brought to you by Scrivener Social, the easy-to-use social scheduling platform built for the busy solopreneur. You deserve a system that makes posting to your social media faster and more efficient. Go to scrivenersocial.com and subscribe today.